Welcome to the sixth part in this video series, How to Use Evernote to Raise Your Grades. This video will discuss titles and tags. 2 videos ago we discussed how to create notebooks and stacks. Notebooks and stacks help to keep your notes organized. Well, in a like fashion, proper titles and tags help you not to lose your notes. Let's go back to the Origin of Castles notebook that I've created and look at the titles of these notes. Look at this one here. It's got about a 50-word title. Same with this one here, here, and here. These titles are just the first 50 or so words in each note. That's what Evernote makes as the default title if you don't create one yourself. Well, you don't want to leave Evernote to make a default title for your note because you probably won't remember it by the title that Evernote creates. So instead, let's make our own effective titles. Go to the title box and clear all of the information that's there and come up with an appropriate title for this note. This note is a pretty long one, but it all discusses one topic, that is location of castles. Where castles were created and why they created in those specific locations. So we could call this castle landscape or castle location. I think I'll go with castle location. Hit enter, and that's stored as the new title for this note. We can repeat that process here. This is a note about castles, and basically what it is describes what a castle is. Maybe we could call this definition of castles. Good, that's saved as the title for that one. And you can see as we go through each one, the title changes in this main window here, which is important. That's how you'll find your notes later. Let's repeat it on this note. Clear the information that's there and add a new title. This would be Castle Developments. Or, no, let's put Castle Uses as the title of this one. Alright, and finally this note here. This is another one about castle location, but we want to differentiate it from the last one. So we'll call this one Castle Building Sites. These 4 notes here are a great example of how to make effective titles. Why? Well, because each title is between 2 and 5 words. That's the effective length of a title which the human brain can remember. You will be able to find these notes without too much trouble in the future, without having to remember too much information. The second part of this video deals with tags. You can find tags on the left sidebar. As you can see, no tags have been added yet. So let's go through some of these castle videos and discuss what a tag would do for these notes. A tag basically allows you to find your notes when normal search features don't work, or if you have notes about the same topic that weren't stored in the same notebook like they should have been. So a good tag for this would be castles. Another tag for this might be construction. And you hit enter to go to another tag. Castles, construction, and I took this note from Wikipedia, so maybe I could put a Wikipedia tag because I know I got it from there. That's good. 3 to 4 tags is about the max that you want for any particular note. Why? Well, it's the same as the reason that you only want one major piece of information per note. Because if you add too many tags, or if you have too much information in a note, then it becomes just like trying to find a needle in a haystack for that one bit of important information when you've got to look through an entire newspaper article that you've stored as a note. So break those articles or those resources down into just the simple bare bones note that you really need to refer to later and store it under that name and put a couple of effective tags that will help you remember what is stored in that note. Let's do the same, adding tags for these notes here. Again, we'll add castles. You can see castles as an option. Hit enter and it will pop up as another one. And this is about castle uses and castle development. I think we can use this as just a one tag note and leave it with castles. How about this one? Well, again, we're going to add the castles tag, but this time we're also going to add a definition tag. If I wanted to look back at words that I've taken a definition for, I could find it under this tag. Let's go to the final note and put in castles. For this one, since it talks about castle location, we could probably put castle or geography here. That would help us remember this note. And location. Good. 3 tags there again. That's about as many as you really need to use. Now on the left sidebar, our tags have gone from no tags to a whole bunch of tags here. When I want to find a note, all I've got to do is click on the tag name, and all the notes that have that tag will show up in this main sidebar. Since I've named all of these notes with the castle tag, nothing changes. But if I click on the construction tag, now there's just the one note that has that construction tag. The same thing happens for the definition tag, or geography tag, location tag, or Wikipedia tag. As you get more adept at applying tags, you can apply fewer tags but more specific on exactly what that note is dealing with. This all serves as an alternate notebook. When you can't remember where you stored your note, look under a tag that has a name that's similar to what you're looking for. That wraps up this video on titles and tags. In the next video, I will be discussing the search bar and the attributes feature.